You're listening to the Focused and Fearless podcast. I'm your host, Heather Angel, and I've been helping people tune into what lights them up and increase their personal and professional performance for over a decade. Now I'm best known as a high-performance coach, helping entrepreneurs like you cut through the noise and create a business and life on your terms. If you're ready to step out of struggle and discover how simple it can be to create a fulfilling, joyful, and successful business without all the overwhelm and long hours, you're in the right place.
Hey, beautiful. Oh my gosh, my energy is so high today and I cannot wait to dive into today's topic. All about redefining what you class as work and your work routines and how long you work and the hours you work and all that good stuff. And the reason my energy is so high is because it is 3:15, I think. I think that's what my clock says. And I have been working all day since 9:30, but child-free. Oh yes, my friends, I am child-free today and I've got so much done. I literally feel like just skipping and dancing around because I forgot how productive I could be when I'm not interrupted by kids needing things and just all the other demands of life. And also, I've been client facing for most of the day, but now I don't have any client calls, I don't have any sales calls, nothing. So I am just having a blast recording episodes for you and getting those topics that I know you need to hear out into the world of podcasts. So let's dive into today's topic, which is about redefining the workplace, like redefining where you consider you need to be working, how you need to be working, the hours you need to be working. Because here's the thing that I am seeing a lot of is that we go into business, you and I, we set up our businesses quite often because we want freedom. It'll be for various different reasons. Maybe it was health changes that made the decision to carve your own path and start your own business. Maybe like me, you had kids and went, I've got a different perspective on life now. I don't want to do this 50-hour-a-week corporate nonsense. It could be many different reasons that have led you onto this path. But yet what seems to happen is that we create these businesses to suit our lifestyle, to be created around what we want to do and how we want to show up and serve and live our lives. Yet we try and do that in a structure that has been created for employees. Okay, I see it all the time. People thinking that they still need to work 9 to 5 or, that they need to do most of their work in the morning because, they've just believed that they won't be productive if they work in the afternoon, or that they have to work every hour that they're child free. That one I'm seeing a lot because a lot of my clients are parents. And although at the beginning of the month, everyone was just elated that the children were back to school and they all of a sudden had this time available to them, what I'm now seeing is them saying, oh my gosh, I've only got 4 hours a day. How am I going to get everything done? It's so funny, isn't it, how we can go from not really having any time available, especially during lockdown. We're all kind of a bit on top of each other. And now we have got this time, but we still find ourselves thinking that we don't have enough time to do the work we want to do. And I do think a big part of that is because we're trying to live in a structure that we don't need to live by. We don't need to work 9 to 5 Monday to Friday. We don't even need to work Monday to Friday. If your clients want to work with you on a Saturday and that actually suits you down to the ground, work on a Saturday. Work on a Sunday if it doesn't go against any of your beliefs. Work whenever you want to work. I am seeing too many people go from, and there's no judgment here, okay? I did exactly the same thing. I came out of a corporate where you are trained, we're trained from childhood to basically just work really hard and work the hours that we're set and, the more hours, the more success and all that nonsense. But, I came out of corporate and was like, right, well, 8 hours of work a day is what I need to do in order to grow my business. Now, I truly did not have 8 hours to focus on my business at that point. I had 2 very young children at home and I was trying to cram in 8 hours of work in the evening. And I'm talking like from about 9 o'clock, I would work until the small hours. And that was really bad for me. That did not work at all. But I'm still seeing so many people try and create this life of freedom, life of entrepreneurship in an employee structured framework. And it's not going to work. So here is an alternative for you to ponder on and decide, because I'm not going to, sit here and talk into this microphone and say, you must do these hours. You can do whatever hours you like. And also your situation is going to be different. Each and every one of you listening to this is going to be living a life of, in inverted commas, new normal. For some of you listening to this, maybe you're back in lockdown. I mean, I'm batch creating at the moment, and as I talk, I'm just like, crikey, who knows, actually, by the time this episode goes out, who knows what state the country is going to be and where we're going to be. Maybe all the kids aren't at school anymore. Maybe we've gone back into lockdown. And I laugh because, crikey, this year's been crazy, right? But, we are all living a very different way at the moment. And what I don't want to happen is that for those of you that are maybe new to business, or are maybe just starting to ramp business back up after, what a crazy few months it's been, you don't have to force yourself into a structure that doesn't work. You have that freedom already right now to choose the hours you work, how you want to work, when you want to work. Now, to put this into a real life perspective, I just want to share with you that I have actually gone through this again over the last few weeks, because I have always set my hours, and I've always been quite disciplined in that I would have certain days that I would be client facing, and then other days where I can just be in the office in my comfies and not have any makeup on and crack on with all the admin type work, because I like working like that. I like to know that I have a day when I can just do my admin stuff, and I don't, I'm not going to be at the demand of any clients or calls or anything like that. So that's how I used to run my weeks, and I would have a pretty structured week. Now, however, I'm a single mum and I'm homeschooling. So all of a sudden, I've got a whole different lifestyle. I've got a completely different lifestyle, and I have to say I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. Albeit I'm a week into homeschooling, so maybe the shiny will fade soon, but at the moment I'm really loving it. And I realised very quickly that actually trying to maintain my usual work schedule whilst homeschooling the kids and having them around all the time just wasn't going to work. And so what I have done is I looked at my schedule and thought, well, I've still got clients. I've got private clients, I've got my Focused and Fearless members, I've got, training to deliver for them as well. There are certain absolute non-negotiables that I need to deliver and I want to deliver for my paying clients. So what I've done is I've set 2 days that I do that. And they're very set hours, and my kids are occupied with other things during those times. But then I don't focus the rest of the week on work. I focus the rest of the week on my kids. Obviously, I'm still available for my private clients. They can reach out to me anytime. That's what they're paying for. They're paying for my support on a private basis. So that's absolutely fine. But that takes very little time for me to answer a quick question on a voice note. So I've looked at my work life and thought, actually, do you know what? The weeks, because my children stay with their dad every other week, or he has them every other week, I know that I have at least 1 or 2 days every other week where I can work on as much as I like. Today is one of those days. And honestly, I have started work at 9:30. It's now, if I read my clock right, coming up for 4 o'clock. And I am still buzzing with energy. Okay, and that's another myth that I need you to debunk. Oh, well, after 8 hours, I'm so tired, or after I work this many hours, I just, I get exhausted. There's a whole conversation we probably need to have about nutrition and managing your energy and all that kind of thing. But actually, when you love what you do and you've got a plan and you know that these are the hours that you've set aside to work, you just come at it from a different angle. And, I am buzzing. Like I said, I will be working until I decide, actually, do you know what? I'm a bit tired. I haven't got the energy. I'm not putting my best into the work. And that's when I'll stop. I haven't said to myself, well, I must stop working at 5 because I started work at 9:30. So, I need to kind of finish at 5, 5:30. Just because the rest of the country finishes work at 5 doesn't mean that we have to. We work as we please. So that's my new schedule. That's my new normal. On the days that I don't have the children, when they're with their dad, I get to work and I love what I do. You probably know that already. I absolutely love what I do. So that is a time when I get really clear, focused time with no distractions to work on my business. I get to speak to clients, I do sales calls, I do whatever needs to be done. I do whatever I want to do for my business. So that's how my new normal is panning out. It's different to how I used to work, and it sure as hell is a million miles away from how life used to be when I was employed. So what about you? What does the new normal look like for you? Are you finding yourself still trying to fit your life into some kind of structure that actually is not serving you or your family or your business? You've got to think about your clients as well. It's very important to think about your clients. It's not, I'm not saying that you should structure your diary or, structure your business to suit the whims of your clients. Been there, done that, doesn't work. You just end up working all the time at really random hours. But can you say to your clients, you know what, I'm available on these days between these hours. Make sure you book in then. I'm available for you. If your clients are actually primarily wanting to work with you, if you're, providing online therapies or something like that, and weekends work best for you, maybe you work with professionals who are at the office, goodness knows how many long hours Monday to Friday, and they need your services at the weekend, then that's how you structure things. But that doesn't mean you have to work Monday to Friday as well. Your working days may be Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You can plan this out however you wish to suit you, your lifestyle, and your business. So really look at this. Now, there is a freebie that's available for you at the moment, which is called the Ultimate Goal Achievement Bundle. So yes, it's about goals, and there's loads of stuff in there about habit transformation as well. But one of the elements of that mini course, it's an online mini course, is about planning your week. Now, because you may be listening to this and go, well, actually, each week is different because of whatever commitments you've got or depending on what your business is. So that's fine. As long as you have a plan for that week and your clients know where you are or, where you stand and when you're available, and you're setting those clear boundaries, and you know when you're going to get the work done and you know when you're not going to be working, which is equally important. We must have a clear line between work and rest. We us entrepreneurs are not great at the rest thing. We do need to switch off every now and then. And so we need to make sure those boundaries are in place. If you can plan on a weekly basis, I promise you life is going to become so much easier because you'll know what's coming up. You know where the priorities lie, and you know what work you're going to need to do and when you're going to do it. So do grab that freebie. It's in the show notes. It's in my Instagram link. It's everywhere. So you can grab that. It's an online course, a mini course, which is going to show you everything about achieving your goals, habit transformation, but also what's most relevant to what I'm talking about today, actually planning your time and knowing when you're going to work, when you're not going to work, and creating it to work for you. That is the message that I really want you to take away from today's episode, is you don't have to fit in to any structure other than the one you create for yourself. We did not choose entrepreneurship to run a business in a way that's never served us. If working 9 to 5 on a Monday to Friday is what your business needs and what you want to do, great. But for so many of us, it doesn't. So what is going to work for you? Plan out your new normal. What will work for you? How can you show up and serve your clients in the best way? Really grow your business. Take those, baby steps to, create the bigger strides in your business in a way that works for you. And if you want any help, as always, my lovelies, I know I say this all the time, but do DM me. I am there on Instagram. I would love to know how you're going to restructure your weeks so that they work for you. All right, my gorgeous ones, until the next episode, have a great week.
Thank you for listening to the Focused and Fearless podcast. If you'd like to continue the conversation or have a question that you would like answered in an upcoming episode, head over to Instagram and connect with me at Heather Angel Coaching. If you enjoy this podcast, please share your thoughts in a review on iTunes. I truly value your feedback and I take the time to read every single review. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you in the next episode.